I ain't gonna stay on that one there too long because I want to get into what he said about Kevin Durant, and this is gonna be real interesting. This one might be a little long. Okay, so he also asked him about what did he ask him about? Did he ask him about Kevin Durant? Hey, DC Slim, not yet. I'm gonna take your phone call as soon as I finish with this Kevin Durant. I'm gonna open the phone lines up. But this is what he asked about. This is when he started talking about Kevin Durant.
I'm gonna go one step further, right? You know that I've gotten to know Kevin Durant extremely well now. He's one of my favorite dudes now, right? Now I understand why Kevin Durant left OKC to come to Golden State. It had nothing to do with, I don't like this guy. Kevin Durant being a savant, as smart as he is, you, Steph, Clay, moving, reading, reacting, playing, that's the way he wants to play. That's the way we all want to play. Steve Kerr, brilliant enough, and he trusts y'all enough. And key word that I'm getting ready to say, he trusts his teaching enough that he gives you the freedom to play. So therefore, you never know if Steph's gonna start in the corner, if he gonna start on the wing, if he gonna start on the box. You never know. So the perfect randomness of play that Bob Knight invented, that I came up in, that I won championships at Indiana, that's the way you play, and that's makes it so difficult. So, yeah, it's a beautiful thing to watch.
So that's the first part of it. All right, it's another clip of it, but that's the first part of him saying now he understands why Kevin Durant left. And Kevin Durant has said this on a couple of occasions. Draymond Green has said it as well. People still don't believe it. People still believe he wanted to escape pressure and he wanted to do it. No, it was about how they played, right? It was about how they played. There's no other sophisticated offense that is out there other than at that time, Golden State, San Antonio to a certain extent, but they more militarized where it's not that much freedom. Like you can take wild shots. Steph can take wild shots and do wild things in the Steve Kerr. You can't do that on the Popovich. Like Kawhi Leonard was playing in a real phone booth. Like he didn't have so much freedom. Neither did Tim Duncan. Tim Duncan is the greatest power forward we ever seen, and he only got about 10 to 12 shots a game some nights. Right? They was in a very structured military type offense, right? But it was fluent and it was team oriented. It was sophisticated. So San Antonio had one, Golden State had one. Maybe might be one more out there, but everybody else was playing trash basketball, man. Like it wasn't a lot of that out there, and including the team Kevin Durant was at. Like they was turning into, oh, maybe we can run some type of LeBron James Harden type offense with Westbrook, because that's what they did the year that Kevin Durant got hurt, and they seen that they could run that with Westbrook. And that's when he got his MVP. And then now Kevin Durant comes back and it's like, dang, man, this dude got the ball more than I'm getting it. And I'm like a microwave type shooter and scorer. And it was game. I remember I watched ESPN and Skip Bayless would go off on Russell Westbrook because Russell Westbrook would have more shots at the end of the game than Kevin Durant. Like imagine being someone like Russ that can't shoot that well, who's supposed to be the point guard, right? Who really has to get a screen and get downhill to get his high percentage shot. Imagine that dude having 30 shots at the end of a game when they lost, and Easy Money Sniper having 22 shots. Just don't look right to me. So, I mean, he wanted to be in an offense that was really, sophisticated, where it took high IQ, which was a good offense. And that's what Isaiah's saying. I understand that now, now that I got a chance to talk to Kevin Durant.
I appreciate that history lesson. And I'll be honest with you. I can go, well, speaking of Kevin Durant, I'm happy to hear you say that, because I've known this all along, right? Like, he wanted to come here. He loved the style of play. He would always say, like, yo, I just want to play basketball the right way. Like, I haven't played the game of basketball the right way, and I don't know how long, and I just want to play the right way when he was coming here. And there was this whole, uproar. Draymond was recruited and this, that, and no, dude wanted to play the game the right way. And so, in saying that, probably didn't make the right decision in leaving because not many teams play like that. It's going to be hard to find that, although I think with Book, Book likes to play the game the right way. And so I think they're finding some of that in Phoenix. But it's never quite going to be this because I think we do play a different brand of basketball. But before we get out of here,
wait, before you come in, let me make a bold statement here.
Yes, sir.
And I hope this don't upset you, but because I'm giving y'all a compliment. Before Kevin Durant arrived in Golden State, y'all were on the verge of and being remembered as the team that went 73-9 and lost to a Cleveland Cavalier team in the finals, 3-1. You up 3-1, and probably one of the biggest collapse in NBA Finals history from a 73-9 historical team. Kevin Durant comes that summer and really saves y'all basketball legacy. And you win 2 championships after that. And now you're the Golden State Warriors dynasty that you're going to go into the Hall of Fame on and everything else. It is cemented because if Durant don't come that summer and you guys are remembered as the 73-9 team that lost 3-1 in the NBA Finals, all of your legacies are different. So all of you with Kevin Durant, y'all are, right? And that was a powerful moment in sport that he should be rewarded for, but also your team should be rewarded for accepting a juggernaut like that and being able to incorporate it. And what y'all did was beautiful, man. It was beautiful. So I hope that didn't hurt you in any way, but I did want to acknowledge him and y'all for that beautiful moment.
Yeah, no, it didn't hurt me at all. I've actually gone public and said before, like, yo, K coming here opened up a totally different thing. Like, we were destroying everybody. The most feared action in the NBA was a Steph Curry, Draymond Green pick and roll. 2015, 2016, it was the most devastating action you can get to in the NBA during that time. Teams started figuring out how to guard it. When teams started figuring out how to guard that, you know what we did? Kevin Durant came in and was like, oh, you figured that out? All right, well, let's go see you figure this out now. We're going to get a ball to this dude. He's going to go score. And if you dare send a double team, you're only going to double off me. You're never leaving Steph. You're never leaving Clay. So if you send a double team, you're only helping off me. Well, now we got a counter to that too. You go double off of me, I'm a catch. And if I'm not shooting, I'm handing off to one of these guys and they shooting your eyeball off. And so we came up with counters to all of that.
Shout out to Isaiah for coming in and speaking up for Kevin Durant when he gets dumped on a lot by the media, man. This dude right now, he's not as old as LeBron, but he's right behind him, and he's just doing phenomenal things just as much as LeBron. Nobody's talking about it. It's just, I don't know, man. He just get a bad rep, and shout out to Isaiah for coming out and saying it. And I think a lot of people already knew that. Like for me, and even Draymond even admitted it. This is his second time publicly admitting it. He admitted it last year or the year before last on his podcast. He said that teams figured us out. Now, this is probably something he didn't want to admit before they won the championship because they was trying, not publicly, but secretly, that's what they was talking about. We need to prove to everyone that we can do it without Kevin Durant, because if we don't, that's going to be our legacy. That's going to be our story. Kevin Durant came in and saved us, right? So that was driven by that. And Curry was driven by, I need to finally get to the finals, win, and then get MVP as well, because I've got 3 rings and I ain't got an MVP yet. Iguodala got it, and Kevin Durant got it 2 times in a row. So that's why he was crying after that 4th one when they beat Boston. He was crying, and he didn't cry on none of the first 3. He was crying on that one. That one felt really good to him. I know I played well. He played lights out. He didn't have Kevin Durant. He finally got one. I think that one must have felt like the one that he got, or the one that Kobe got, the first one without Shaq. Right? That's probably what that felt like to Steph Curry. It validated him a little bit, right? So, but what we all know, and what Draymond admitted after that, now because we done proved to everybody we can do it, now I can come out and tell everybody, listen, this is what we was fearing. When Kevin Durant showed up, he saved us, because we knew we knew teams figured us out. We knew we wasn't gonna beat the LeBron-led Cavs anymore, and we probably wasn't even gonna get past OKC again, because we barely got back from a 3-1 lead, a 3-1 deficit, and beat them. That's probably not gonna happen again. So if Kevin Durant would have stayed in OKC, added another piece, I don't think Golden State gets by them, right? Or if Kevin Durant would have chose to go to the Spurs, or chose to go play with the Rockets with James Harden, I don't think Golden State, I think they're done, right? Because they didn't have faith in Harrison Barnes anymore. They let him go. They let go a couple of other people. So I don't know what they would have ended up doing, but I know Draymond Green probably would have never got a max contract again. Neither would Clay probably. And maybe those teams probably broke up. Who knows? Kevin Durant showing up saved the hell out of their legacy, and they know it, right? And everybody needs to actually start speaking that way, because that's exactly what happened. He saved them. They are, Steph Curry is a player with 1 ring if Kevin Durant never shows up. That 1 ring he got, that was gonna be it. Kevin Durant came in and breathed new life in them, and then the rest is history, man. So I think that's all I wanted to say on the interview, man. It was a good interview. I'm gonna open the phone lines up, man. We got 3 segments not 3 segments, but 3 conversations that they had that we can speak about. You can call in. You can come talk to me about the Kevin Durant piece, or the Steph Curry and the combo guard piece, or you can talk about the Michael Jordan and Isaiah claiming that he didn't know Michael Jordan didn't like him until he watched The Last Dance. DC Slim, man, you always the first caller. What's up, brother?
Hey, Man Down Sports, man, this is my favorite show, man. It's the greatest show on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? I'm tapping in on the regular. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Hey, look.
Yeah.
I'm going to go ahead and get on this Jordan Isaiah Thomas thing. I know people ain't going to like what I'm saying because, they love Jordan. But before I make my point, I want to make this clear. Jordan, you got 2 different kinds of Jordan, Kobe, and LeBron fans. You got people that like them, cool with them, love their game, appreciate them. And then you got people who worship them, who are extreme fans, all right? So it's 2 different ones. I just want people to understand where I'm going with this, all right? So on this Isaiah Thomas and Jordan thing, look, man, Jordan petty, dog, okay? Can somebody be petty and still be good at basketball? Is it okay for us to just say that? Michael Jordan controls the narrative. Everybody keep going off The Last Dance. He produced the joint. You understand what I'm saying? That's like me giving myself a nickname. I can't. Okay, look. If you Jordan, like John Sally said, the Messiah. See, all of the older people, man, they keep. It's like. I said it in the chat. I think the extreme Jordan fans killing the sport, though. It's like when you look in the comments, nobody even talk about basketball no more. It's just complain. I'm trying to figure out what is everybody here for? Do you even watch any new basketball?
Listen, DC. I mean, you make a good point, right? I think fandom, or not fandom, you can be a fan of the sport, but being a man fan, being a fan of the men that play, being a fan of players more than the actual sport, I think that kind of bothers me, and that's why I did that poll. I don't know if you took
that's
that
why
poll.
I said it.
Yeah, over 5,000 people voted.
I said it.
Right, over 5,000 people voted on that poll, and I'm asking, do y'all like the NBA? Do y'all like actual basketball and the craft, or do y'all like Jordan or LeBron? And people was voting for Jordan left and right. as much as I think Jordan is the best player I ever seen, there's no way I like Jordan more than I like the craft itself. I don't study Jordan. I study the craft. Now, if I happen to study Jordan, it's because he perfected his craft to the the best you can perfect something. Not 100% perfected, but the best I've seen someone get their game is what Michael Jordan is. But that don't mean I like him more than the craft. That makes sense.
Hey, look, I'm gonna tell you, look, bro, that is the reason why this sport is going down, because everybody keep waiting for Jesus to come back. You understand? This game ain't never gonna be the same like it used to be in '93. So get over it, dog. I'm 48 years old. It took me a few years to realize that I can't just keep coming on here thinking Steph Curry gonna play like AI. I can't even compare LeBron James to Kobe Bryant. These are different eras. And as far as what Isaiah Thomas is saying, dog, think Detroit, man, I'm tired of people just dogging them out like they so wrong. Jordan them ain't never shake hands with people, man.
Yeah, they did. They did. Well, hold on real quick. Derek Perry, hey, shout out to the Aggies, big dog. Hey, I'm glad you noticed that. Yeah, shout out. Thanks for the super chat. So go ahead.
But either way, man, at the end of the day, look, I'm here for the sports, fellas. I don't really like to get into debates. I don't want to do no name calling with people. And see, the reason why we can say Jordan is safe, and I'm going to end it with this, and I hope everybody pay attention to this. You didn't have social media a long time ago when Jordan was playing, so you couldn't expose him like you can expose everybody else now. Now, it is easy to just say anybody. Look, I don't like LeBron James, but I don't care if he's on steroids. You know why? Because I know 70% of the league takes steroids. It's legal steroids in the league. So that means you don't care about the sport if you just here for the steroids. Are we just here to just assassinate LeBron's character all the time? Because I'm not a fan of him. But I'm not just here to dog him all the time. And I think Isaiah got a point. Look, man, Isaiah can be mad. If he don't like this dude, he don't like this dude. We not allowed. We don't know nothing personal about them. I just think, man, some people taking this sport way too personal, man. They getting emotional. They becoming super journalists, man. They know everything, and nobody Googles anything. We got a lot of stupid people with smartphones. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So everybody got an opinion. And my father used to tell me, man, and I told you already, it ain't what you feel, man. It's the facts. Hey, I love the show. I'm going to let the callers get in. Man Down Sports, #1 show on motherfucking YouTube. Be easy.
All right, DC. Appreciate it, bro.
Peace.
All right, phone lines open. Hey, if y'all watching in this live and someone's on the phone, you're probably going to get straight voicemail. Caller from DC, what's up? Make sure you cut YouTube off so I don't hear echo.
Yo, what up, man? Down Sports. This is Josh calling, man. Great show tonight, man. Thanks for having me on.
Man, what's up, big dog? Thanks for calling.
Of course, man. Of course. So I wanted to say this about KD, man. You said it right at the end of what you were talking about, how the media dumps on KD a lot. And I agree. Looking at the media right now, they're campaigning for Braun to get a statue in LA, right?
Yikes.
But by that logic, I'm like, Golden State should give KD a statue. You know what I mean? Like, they act like KD going to Golden State was just nothing. You know what I'm saying? They almost three-peated if it wasn't for injuries. So KD was an essential piece to that Golden State mob. But I do agree with what Isaiah Thomas was saying about that. I don't know why KD doesn't get his just due, but he just doesn't. When it comes to Isaiah Thomas saying he ain't no Mike hated him, I mean, I don't know, man. You think about it. Look.
No, come on, Josh. Come on, Josh. Come on now. Come on, man. Seriously, we knew that, right? Before the Last Dance, did we not know that? Was you shocked when you heard Michael Jordan say he was an a-hole and he didn't care for him?
I wasn't, but I'm gonna tell you something. In 2003, whatever Mike's last All-Star game with the Wizards, it's a picture of him and Isaiah shaking hands. So I'm like, was that media or did Isaiah? Because some of these guys be oblivious. I know there's a lot of these guys in media and TV. They are truly oblivious to a lot of stuff. So he could be possibly telling the truth, but I knew Mike ain't like that nigga.
Yeah, for sure, man. Like, do you think Mike is the type of person that you would compete against and you would have rules to defend him that actually went outside of the NBA rules? Like, I'm fouling you to hurt you, right? And we're in heated battles like that. Do you take Mike as the type of person that would ever forgive something like that? Like he don't even talk to Barkley anymore because Barkley criticized his GM skills. That relationship's
I heard that
done.
Barkley made up or something recently.
Maybe they did. I hope they did.
But no, I agree with you. And certain things that Isaiah has said in the past, like he said, I think he said he had Mike folks living with him at a certain point, and Isaiah had his folks showing Mike keeping him safe in Chicago. So if you're doing that, you get a feel for people's personality. So you can kind of tell, like, man, I don't know, we kind of treated Mike dirty. He might not, mess with us after this. So, I think he's being, slightly disingenuous when he says that.
Yeah, for sure.
Man, but no, that's all I wanted to say, man. I'm going to go back to listening, man. Thanks for taking my call, big dog.
All right, thanks.
Nah.
Yep. Thanks for the super chat, Ryan Waters, $5. Jordan brought the casual fan to the game. Did he bring the casual fan? That's tough. I don't know about the casual fan. My wife watched the 90 Bulls because of Jordan the whole game. She only know LeBron from pop culture. Okay, that makes sense. Caller, what's up? Where you calling from?
I'm calling from Pittsburgh, man. Me once again, 33 Sugi. I just want to speak on the whole Isaiah Thomas thing. Number one with KD. I think that anybody who watches hoops, you know what I'm saying, when they see KD on the Golden State Warriors, before we get to the fact that it was a whole non-competitive move that kind of killed the competition in the NBA, it was beautiful basketball. And being one of the voters on your poll that voted for the craft, I'm a fan of the people that I feel like put the craft to another level when you watch them play. So that's how sometimes like a real hoops fan can become a fan of the man who played the game, right?
Right.
Like, but when KD joined the Warriors, that was some beautiful basketball because
it definitely was.
They like everybody who said that was right. It was like playing basketball the right way. That's what it looked like. When you see those guys moving and flowing and being able to let anybody in the game take over like that and just have the ball constantly moving and having everybody on the floor be a threat.
Oh man, beautiful basketball. And they played defense. People don't remember how good that defense was.
Yeah, for sure. There's a hell of a defensive team as well.
Yeah.
And the thing is, like, LeBron started it with the whole Big Three Heat thing, and then once Kevin Durant did that, like, I think that the fact that the Golden State Warriors were already seen as a certain type of team, a certain level of expertise that they brought to the court, and then having somebody who's unanimously a top 3, top 5 player in the league at that point join that team, that just left a sour taste in a lot of people's mouth. Like, KD brought something to that team that they didn't have before, for sure. But at the same time, as a fan, I want to see the best players compete against each other. Like that just looked like a 2K team with trade override turned on to a certain extent, like in real life.
I mean, you can say that. What it really was a very good 1-2 punch of Steph and KD with very, very good role players and Draymond. Well, I wouldn't say Clay was a role player. I would include Clay as a perennial all-star, but Iguodala was he's
a number 2.5. He's like 2.5.
Yeah,
he's almost like in that sense he's almost a third option candidate. But the way that people looked at Klay Thompson back then, we're looking at him as his career is winding down. We have a more full perspective. But at that time, Klay Thompson was a damn star in the league, bro. He was
a star. But was we right about that though? Was he legit a star, or was we fooled a little bit? You think he's a legit number 2?
When you watch his peak, he was definitely one of the best number 2s in the league. So I think, injuries catch up with people, and Klay's never been like a super duper athletic player. Yeah. But once he lost that athleticism through them repeated injuries, it's like, but at that time, Klay Thompson was definitely one of those guys in the league that was like, I wonder what happened if he had his own team. Would he be able to hold that down? There was a moment there.
Yeah.
So when you see Kevin Durant join that 1-2 punch that already existed, along with Draymond being the utility guy with the good coaching, it was kind of a 2K move in a little bit, but it was still like just being objective and taking all the narrative and the hate out of it. It was still some beautiful basketball to watch.
I agree with that. Yep.
That's all I wanted to say, brother, man. Keep up the good work. I love this show, man. I'm going to keep on tuning in. I'm going to keep on calling in, man.
I appreciate that, man. Thanks, man.
Peace.
All right.
Pretty good work. I love this show, man.
Caller from Tennessee, cut YouTube off, so I can hear the echo in the background.
All right.
Cut YouTube off.
I'm cutting out right there.
All right. What's up, man? What's your name?
Trail.
What's up, Trill? Did you call here before?
No. This is my first time.
Oh, okay. Well, cool. What's up, big dog?
I'm calling about the Isaiah thing.
All right, let's go.
I mean, this is my perspective on all the KD thing. I mean, KD did kind of save the Warriors, but I think people over exaggerate on the Warriors being the greatest team of all time.
I'm with you on that.
And I believe they did that in the NBA to put a narrative out there. So this is one of the reasons why you can compare LeBron against Michael Jordan.
That's possible. Well,
Yeah.
This how I look at that greatest team of all time, right? When you grading the greatest teams, you go grade all the champions from that season. So how many seasons have we had? 77, 78 seasons. So it's at least 78 teams better than that Golden State Warriors team that won 73 games. Right?
Right.
You can't be better than a team that won a finals. It's impossible. Now, can you say that there was one of the best regular season teams by record? You can say that, but when you look at what they did in the playoffs, man, like look, the best playoff teams we've seen, I think we've seen the Lakers go undefeated all the way to the finals. They lost one game, the game one against Philly. And
two Lakers.
Imagine sweeping everyone all the way to the finals. That's one of the best playoffs teams we've seen. Now, that Golden State Warriors team that won 73 games, they was losing games left and right. They was down 3-1 to OKC. So they was losing games left. They had already lost more games than the Lakers did in the first and what second round. They had already really in the first round. So no, they're not the best team we've ever seen. They just have the best regular season record we've ever seen. That team was not all that great.
I mean, if you sit back and think about it, the team only has one defender.
Well, Iguodala and Draymond, they had two, and Clay. Clay's a good defender. And they had shot blockers at the rim with Andrew Bogut and I think they had Azalea as well.
Not to cut you off.
No, you go.
The thing about Clay is, who could he really guard as a superstar at his position? Yeah, you can guard the average person you playing every night, and you could look good. But if I told you he had to guard Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, Dwayne Wade, Reggie Miller, all in their prime, could he? They'll have a field day on him.
He probably could guard Wade a little bit. Jordan giving everybody work though.
Yeah, Jordan is the GOAT.
Yeah, he giving everybody work.
I just think that team. Because if you sit back and look at the team, even with KD, there's only two superstars on the team. Yeah,
I agree with that. Steph and KD were the only superstars. Clay is not a superstar. But if a person wanted to argue with me that Clay was a superstar, I probably wouldn't argue with him. I mean, he was really good, but
yeah, he was definitely good. I'm not saying that he was a bad player, but the thing about it is there's good players and there's great players. And a lot of people it's easy to get an award if you play with Jordan your whole career, or if you play with a Steph Curry your whole career.
Yeah.
I mean, you think about it, it's going to be at least two players at all times watching Steph Curry.
Yeah, you can say that.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, but I'm not. That's nor here nor there. And another thing I want to touch on is Isaiah Thomas.
Okay.
I think he is one of the dirtiest people in the game. No.
Hey, so look, there are stories that make Isaiah look bad, but that's also something that make him look really good, man. So he's a real complicated individual, man. Very complicated.
Yeah.
Like how? First of all, how do you dislike this dude? He's always smiling. He's always soft spoken. He like it's hard to dislike Isaiah, man. You get what I'm saying? Like
that's true. That is true. That is true.
He's like Jay-Z, man. I know you the devil, but right. Dang, man, you good people.
And I agree with that. But I was watching something on YouTube because I'm a big YouTube fan.
Yeah. And
Carmelo was talking about some stuff he did in 2000. Like in 2002, or in the 2000s when Carmelo was at the Knicks,
and they was ready to kick him out the league, and Isaiah made a phone call.
Yeah, no, when Isaiah, they was beating this team that he was coaching against. Well, Isaiah was coaching for, and they was beating him real bad. And he told Carmelo, you know, basically if y'all let y'all drive through the lane one more time, and he had one of his players basically, you know, push him and hurt him, try to hurt him.
Right.
And I'm like, Isaiah, you can say you wasn't doing it, everybody was doing it in the 80s, but why are you still trying to do it when you was coaching?
No, okay.
You see what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Like I guess he grew up in that type of brand of basketball.
Yeah.
Or whatever, but that's not basketball. You was intentionally out there trying to hurt people.
Yeah, they were. You
know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I appreciate the call. I got to move because I got to get.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to get two more. Thanks for calling. I'm gonna try to get 2 more calls in here. I'm gonna move to the next topic, man. But you definitely can call back on the next segment for sure. All right, I'm gonna get 2 more calls. Caller from Minnesota. Make sure YouTube is off. What's your name?
Mickey.
What's up, Mickey? Real quick, let me read this super chat. Thanks, Shay J, for the super chat. Fans miss some things about why Isaiah hates MJ. MJ stole his best friend Magic. Oh, yeah. I hope it ain't that. I hope it's just the dream team thing, man. I hope that's what it is. But Mickey, what's going on, big dog?
I just wanted to pick your brain a little bit.
Yes, sir. Let's go.
For me, we were talking about when you were talking about combo guards and stuff like.
Yeah.
For me, a combo guard is like a guard who can play shooting and point,
right?
Like AI, Wade, Donovan Mitchell, Steph.
Yeah.
But then there's also a scoring point guard like Gilbert, D-Rose, Kyrie, Marbury. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So I just wanted to say that, and let me know what you think about that.
But would it be real hard for us? Which one would be harder to try to establish 2 unofficial things, or just put all of them together? Like just call all of them combo guards, because Marbury definitely could play 1 and 2. You know, he could play on ball and off ball. They got that skill set. Same with Kyrie. You know, so would we call all of them combo guards, or would we have to would it be easy to have 2 separate categories?
I don't think there's 3. I think there's the traditional point.
Right.
There's the scoring.
Right.
And then there's the combo. Because I like Gilbert he ain't gonna be the combo. He ain't gonna pass. He ain't gonna pass. So,
oh man.
I think there's a scoring like D-Rose who can put up points, but D-Rose is not really known as this assist guy. Same with BD.
Yeah.
But
I'm glad you said D-Rose. I forgot about that. That was the 5th name I was looking for.
Oh, okay. Yeah. And I think like Steph, Donovan Mitchell, even Wade were like, they're going to do whatever it takes, like, okay, you want me to score today? I'll give you buckets. You want me to assist, So I think there's 3. I think that's just my opinion. I just wanted to know what you thought about it.
Yeah, I think that's something to think about, man. I mean, who knows, man? Maybe one day the combo guard might be one of those. I mean, because we don't know what we're doing with the NBA anyway. They talking about position lists and they talking about this and that. We don't know. They don't went from hell, man. Let's do the first team, second team without positions, or so we don't know what we're doing in the NBA. But maybe one day they might identify a combo guard as a new position. Who knows?
Let me ask you this. Also, I seen, this is off subject by the way, but Isaiah Thomas was trying to get back in the league recently.
Yeah.
Do you think it's the death of the small point guard? Do you think that era is over?
I don't think the era is over, but having a small point guard as your starter is gonna be tough. It was already tough to have a small point guard as your starter back in the day. Like, I mean, we think about what Mighty Mouse was, Damon Stoudemire. I mean, he's just as good as some of these guards now. But do you want that to be your starter, or do you want him to be somebody to come off your bench? They could do that thing. Somebody that you ain't even got to play depending on what the matchup is, right? So that I like. That's why Van Vliet was so good in Toronto coming off the bench. But now where is he at? He's somewhere in Houston starting. I ain't heard his name in 2 months.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. But when he was coming off the bench, he was hell. So if Isaac,
you think there's room for, not because you're up, but there's room for, like, because I'm thinking the league is gonna go what is Lonzo and his brother? They like 6'7", 6'6".
Yeah, both of them.
That might be the standard point, because it's hard for me to see small guards like that anymore.
Yeah,
unless you have something freakishly crazy about, and even Nate Robinson with his jumping ability, even that may not do it no more.
Well, the way they play the game now, there's only so many teams that's going to exploit a small guard anyway. Like, you might have a matchup where Luka, because what they're doing now is they're spreading the floor, and whoever the worst defender is, whether it's a big guy or a very small guy, they're just bringing them up to set screens to force them to switch and have to defend their best player. So that's all they're really doing. But how many teams got a guy that's a immediate mismatch that actually run that high screen and roll offense? I know Dallas got, Kyrie and Luka that does it, but not everybody play that way. So I mean, you can still get away with it. I don't think it's over. If you can hoop, you can hoop. So hopefully it ain't over, man, because there's a lot of 5'9" dudes, 6 foot dudes out there that can hoop that need to find teams. But yeah.
Oh, okay. I just want to pick your brain.
Yeah. Appreciate the call though.
No problem.
Yep.
Stay